They say you can tell a lot about a man by the car he drives. But when that man runs a country, you're not just looking at a car, you're looking at a statement, a fortress, a command center, a rolling steel-plated middle finger to danger itself. We begin where most spy thrillers end. Paul Biya, the low-key president of Cameroon, whose armor-plated Range Rover Sentinel doesn't scream for attention, but if it had to, it could take a direct hit and keep driving. This machine looks like your average luxury SUV until you realize its fuel tank is bulletproof, its exhaust is anti-sabotage, and the doors are built like vaults. You won't see Biya on TikTok, but pull up to the Cameroonian Independence Day parade, and there he is, rolling silently in what might be the stealthiest tank on Earth with leather seats. But subtle power only lasts until someone flexes harder, and nobody does it quite like Emmanuel Macron, France's maestro of style and sustainability. His ride? The DS7 Crossback Élysée. It's a plug-in hybrid that runs on electricity and elite Parisian arrogance. Outfitted with basalt black leather and a wireless charger that probably cost more than your laptop, this sleek SUV says, "Sure, I'm saving the planet, but only from the comfort of my ventilated presidential seat." Still, France's modern charm is nothing compared to the Bentley State Limousine of King Charles III. This isn't just a car, it's a royal decree on wheels. One of only two in existence, it was originally built for the late Queen Elizabeth, and it lets Charles step out of the car standing tall as every monarch should. It's dignified, classy, and armored tighter than Buckingham Palace. The Brits may have lost the empire, but they've still got one hell of a chariot. But even the King's ride looks quaint next to the absolute opulence that rolls out of the Middle East. Enter Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of Qatar, and his Bentley Mulsanne Grand Limousine, a 21.6-foot super yacht on wheels. Built by Mulliner, Bentley's most elite custom shop, this car has a glass partition that turns opaque with a button. You don't need curtains when your car wears sunglasses for you. And when this baby glides through Monaco, escorted by French police, heads don't just turn, they bow. Yet, what good is luxury without intimidation? And that's where Vladimir Putin's Aura Senat storms in. A 7-ton Russian monster forged not just for style, but for survival. Inspired by Rolls-Royce but built like a T-90 tank, the Senat has bulletproof windows, explosion-resistant armor, and its own air filtration system. Inside, reclining massage seats, blackout curtains, and a secret escape hatch. Because when you're Vladimir Putin, every drive could be your last, or someone else's. You'd think that's as crazy as it gets, until you remember Kim Jong-un. The North Korean leader somehow got his hands on a Mercedes-Maybach S600 Pullman Guard, despite international sanctions that say he shouldn't even own a Bluetooth speaker. This car is the epitome of "don't ask how I got it, just know that I did." It's wrapped in VR9 ballistic armor, powered by a bi-turbo V12 engine, and inside is more white leather than a Miami yacht party. Kim doesn't do press conferences. His car is the statement. But let's pivot to someone who believes in mixing style with survivability. Narendra Modi's Mercedes-Maybach S650 Guard isn't just luxurious. It's rated VR10, the highest level of civilian ballistic protection money can buy. It can survive 15 kilograms of TNT from just 2 meters away. It also comes with an emergency oxygen supply, a self-sealing fuel tank, and a V12 engine that whispers "Jai Hind" every time you rev it. Speaking of whispering, in the land of stoicism and mystery, Xi Jinping lets his car do the diplomacy. China's president rolls in the ultra-rare Hongqi N501, a luxury sedan that looks like a cross between a Rolls and a parade float, but built with the discipline of a military tank. It's a handcrafted symbol of Chinese engineering with reinforced doors, bulletproof glass, and a 500-mile range, just enough to circle any international summit twice before pulling in silently. It doesn't just drive, it glides with the weight of a rising superpower. And while we're floating on the elegance of Eastern ambition, down under in Australia, Anthony Albanese had a rather bumpy wake-up call, literally, after a crash in a Camry sent him straight into the arms of German engineering. His new ride? The BMW 7 Series Commonwealth 1, a 3.7-ton stealth tank in disguise. The doors weigh more than most adults. The windows? Thicker than Aussie Parliament debates. There's even an onboard oxygen system and fire suppression setup. When Albanese rolls out, you know he's serious. But even with all that, there's one vehicle that still dwarfs them all. A car so massive, so menacing, so absurdly over the top, it makes James Bond's Aston Martin look like a golf cart. Behold, the Beast. Donald Trump's presidential Cadillac, affectionately nicknamed the Beast, is what happens when American muscle meets post-apocalyptic paranoia. Built on a GMC Top-Kick truck platform and tipping the scales at up to 20,000 pounds, this beast isn't just armored. It's basically a rolling bunker with attitude. The doors swing open like a bank vault, and inside, it's equipped like a mini military base. Night vision, tear gas launchers, shotguns, and yes, a medical kit stocked with a bag of the president's own blood. Because leading the free world comes with some bloody responsibilities. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, General Motors is reportedly working on the next-generation presidential limousine, a hulking armored SUV that's sure to keep future presidents safe, stylish, and ready for anything short of a zombie uprising. And just when you thought you'd seen every kind of power on four wheels, here comes a vehicle that doesn't flex muscles, it radiates mission. Meet the 2024 all-electric G-Class Popemobile, originally commissioned for the late Pope Francis, a man of quiet strength and electric humility. But now, this high-voltage sanctuary on wheels has a new passenger, Pope Leo XIV, who ascended to the papacy on May 8, 2025. Built by Mercedes-Benz, it's an eco-armored fortress wrapped in papal white, with a bulletproof glass dome that turns every public appearance into a mobile blessing. Underneath, an electric drivetrain so smooth it practically glides on faith, flanked by elite Swiss guards and guarded by centuries of ceremonial and strategic security. This Popemobile isn't just for show. It's a symbol of stability, visibility, and purpose. The beast may roar with bravado, but this rides on reverence. And now Pope Leo XIV carries that legacy forward, silently, safely, and sustainably. So whether it's dodging bullets, flexing power, or catching presidential Z's in a seat that massages your soul, these state rides don't just travel, they dominate. Forget Uber Black. This is Uber Armored, with a side of world domination. Want to see more mind-blowing machines of the elite? Click here to ride into the world's most expensive cars and try not to cry when you check your own bank account.